So today we got one of the most electrifying artists in the DMV. He is signed to Trap Rock Records. Today we have Mr. Ethan Spalding. How you doing today, Ethan?
Sensational.
Sensational. Okay. So talk to me about Trap Rock Records. Like, who is a part of it and what do y'all represent?
Part of it is a lot of folks. Like, I mean, the area started, of course, reach out to Lacey or whatever, coming up with kind of the idea with me. I'm also like the CEO of Trap Rock Records, so it just started a new genre of music, like rock and hip hop blended, basically all the way trap. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, it started from a band, like a rock funk hip hop band. It just kind of organically came to me. Kept on writing trap songs and stuff like that with a band behind me, and it just turned into kind of trap rock. So.
And I've seen that sound. We're seeing other artists across the area starting to take that approach with mixing hip-hop music with that traditional rock sound.
Yeah, definitely, man.
So after looking at your Instagram profile, I got a question about the panda that always performs with you. Like, who is that? Who is behind the mask and what is he like?
So that's a dude named Mike, my boy. Shout out Mike. And that represents kind of the genre and the races coming together, you know what I mean? Of like black and white, like everybody can party. Trap rock, the rock, and the hip hop, and so it's a fun vibe. Also, DC is kind of like the only other place other than like China to breed pandas, so it really like represents where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? From here, when we go other places, it's like, you know, shout it out.
Really? So DC, like here, this is gonna come up and breeds pandas.
The zoo, the zoo. A lot of people don't know that, but here, maybe a little bit in Atlanta and China. So it's a big thing through DC and other nations or whatever.
I had no idea. So word is that your next show is at Earthfest in the event in DC. So what's your relationship with Sweezo and what can we expect from you at these shows?
Oh man, so it's a great time for one. I mean, Sweezo, that's my brother, man. We came up together, man, through this stuff, man, doing a whole bunch of shows. He's also part of the Trap Rock, you know, family for sure. His artistry is you know, immaculate, man, in so many different ways, and so he just helps me in a lot of different ways. He's my brother, man. He's also like my videographer for a lot of the videos. If you see Earfucks, that's Sweezo, you know what I mean, behind the scenes. But we also have Rage Pack, like 1 and 2, like just whole albums together, man. So that's just my like musical brother, man. And like just as a friend, like straight up, like not even through music. That's just like my boy, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So how long have you been making music?
I say since 99, to be true. Like really taking it seriously since 99. But I've been making music like my whole life. I was a drummer. I started out playing the drums and was in a bunch of bands here in DC and like go-go. So I'm like a big percussionist in the go-go scene, but it just like kind of kept going through my own music, and starting out that way was a good thing because like the crowd participation through go-go like really taught me a lot just of that. So like all the songs I do personally, I can almost visualize like what the crowd would do, you know what I mean? Because of go-go's kind of in my soul, you know what I mean?
Really? So you're a big go-go fan. Have you performed with any of these like go-go events or?
Yeah, definitely, man. Like, I mean, I grew up like backyard NEG, junkyard band. Like this is what I grew up on, you know? It's odd. I mean, like looking at me and stuff, it's probably like, what? But like, yeah, man, it's huge influence, and it's paved the way for me, man. So it's a blessing to like have different genres, and I think that's why actually trap rock came about, man, because it's just a whole lot of different music in me and kind of comes together organically. And I don't ever fight the wave, you know what I mean? Just kind of ride it, and you know, I think it's something special, you know.
So you mentioned that you started making music in '99. How has the music scene changed for you and local artists from that time period all the way to now? What's different?
So, like, I mean, honestly, there wasn't even like rap. Like when I was real young, it was all like go-go, you know what I mean? So that's how it came up. Like this is even before the internet and everything, you know what I mean? So like, it's crazy. Like the whole thing changed, you know what I mean? A lot of things changed from like more on the street stuff before, from flyering, you know, and word of mouth things, to now the internet through, you know, promotions and stuff like that through that. But like, you know, I think it's a blessing that I was able to live kind of both lives, you know what I mean? Like I really saw the grind what it was before, and still learning to this day though the new age, things through the computer and what you can really do like nationwide. But it was more community when I was younger, like packing buses, like street festivals, like more knowing you through the neighborhood a long time ago, and like you really had to go out there and prove yourself when I was younger, especially me, honestly, in this area to get accepted or whatever. So that was a lot harder. It's a lot easier now, you know what I mean? It's more of like a hobby now, because you can do it in so different ways. Before it was more of like I'm trying to get on. Now it's more like I get to be more into my art, you know what I mean? Because people already knew me from a long time ago, at least in this area. So I'm just trying to, of course, progress worldwide and trying to make it bigger and bigger if I can.
So you mentioned that, when you first started out, there was some backlash, with you getting accepted into the music scene. Can you speak to that and how you overcame that?
I mean, I don't think that I had backlash, to tell you the truth. I mean, I've always been accepted, God bless or whatever, you know what I mean? But I just know that you got to be a real one. Back in the day, now you can hide behind a lot of things and still do it. When I came up, I wouldn't even be in the place that I was at right now if I didn't go through the trials and tribulations of just like some real shit, like some real street shit and some real like, being accepted by real people, not just like, people behind a computer, you know what I mean?
So what can you say if you had to choose one of your biggest accomplishments in music? What would you say that would be with your long tenure in the industry?
I say like being accepted as a pioneer of a genre of music is my biggest accomplishment. It's like something that I really strive for, you know what I mean? Like I love that I found my own lane. And so to be accepted that is my lane is to me personally like my biggest accomplishment. You know what I mean? Like I'm like proud of that. I can die tomorrow walking my dog. Yeah, I'll go happy. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So are there any other artists coming up under you that are taking the trap rock approach that you have been looking at?
Definitely. And I'm proud of that. You know what I mean? And there's artists that are even bigger than me. You know what I mean? That I don't even know who I am. But just to see that they're doing that genre, I think it's cool, like a Trippie Redd or something like that. You know what I mean?
So you're not necessarily saying you created it, but you definitely made it, a staple in this area.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't want to be out here like, I created everything or anything like that. But I just think that I created my own lane for myself. When I see other people doing like similar genres, it just kind of like it makes me feel like, hey, I'm on the right path. You know what I'm saying? Like, the things that I thought were really tight, where no one else was doing it before or whatever, and to see bigger artists do it now just kind of solidifies that my ideas were correct. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because imitation is the ultimate form of flattery. It is.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Ethan Spalding. Originated trap rock music. And this is a single I did that's actually not fully trap rock. It's actually a remake of a Paul Wall song called Sideways. And I just kind of freaked it out, man, but the beat is really, really similar. And big shout out to Paul Wall. I did a song with Paul Wall before called Mary Jane. So he was a big influence on me coming up. So I just thought it would be like a tribute to him to kind of remake Sideways. And then things I'm going through in my life right now are just all positive things and good things. Met a girl that just, we've been turning it out. So I freaked it out on the song straight up.
So I've never heard the original song by Paul Wall. So can you speak on what his message was and how that has influenced the one that you have on the remix?
Okay, so and it's Paul Wall and Big Pokey. So basically, that song was like sitting sideways, boys in the days, which is like them just getting kind of like, it's like a real Texas song, and it's just like them talking about sitting sideways, like they kind of leaning, like they kind of like faded, you know what I'm saying? But they always waving, they turning they Cadillacs, in and out swerving through the lanes and stuff like that, and that's what their song was about. I took the beat and I shot it out sideways to it, but at the same time I just kind of freaked it in my own way to an experience that I'm going through right now. And like freaked it out. It's kind of like a freaky song. It's like fucking and all that shit. It's like, it's cool. So it's different type of song, but the beat is the same, and the way that I flew on it, I really think I rode the beat well, and I'm gonna send it to Paul and, you know, see what he thinks.
So would you mind speaking on what you were referring to, the experience? It's okay if you don't want to, but
I don't care. You know, it's just met a girl, cool ass chick, you know what I mean? And we just vibing, and you know, it's like special feelings that you only get a couple times, man, in life. So I just like wanted to write it and put it down so like I can always feel those feelings like the rest of my life, you know what I'm saying? She said she tired of the Bama's 1 + 9, you do the math. Yeah, so like the girl, you know, like when I met her, man, she first had she had a dude, and they were going through it, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't have any expectations or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? I was kind of just like, whatever, man, I live in the moment. And so I kind of felt like she was the one, man, and like the people that she was fucking with is like the nun, you know what I'm saying? So kind of like referred to it in the song, like, you know, she was tired of them Bamas, like she was tired of them like fuck boys, like 1 + 9, yeah, do the math. So like she wants the kid over here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm selfish, now it's mine.
So is that referring to the girl?
Yeah, definitely. Like after I like, you know, did what we did, you know what I'm saying? I'm like kind of like a little selfish. At the same time, I'm like, you know, I let her do whatever she want to do and let people choose, you know what I mean? I felt like lucky to be chose. But then after you go through some motions with that shit, like you kind of feel like you did your thing and like now that shit is mine, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, it was kind of just like, I knew that she would hear it too. So I kind of wanted to tell her like, yeah, that shit mine, you know what I'm saying? Said she free as a bird, but then she picked me cause I'm cooler, yeah, I love the way it worked.
Turtle told her she free as a bird, but then she picked me cause I'm cooler. I just love how it worked.
Yeah, that's kind of referring to that, actually, as the last one. Like I definitely told her like she's free as a bird, you know what I mean? Like she could do anything she want to do. And I'm older in this game now, you know what I mean? That like, you know, they kind of choose you, man. So I felt like, yeah, man, like you do whatever you want to do. Like there's no pressure, there's no expectations with me. But then I think at the end of the day, she still picked me because I'm cooler, so it feel good, you know what I mean?
So you're never really in the chase. You just let things come to you.
Absolutely not. You ain't gonna win if you're chasing, bro. So you kind of gotta do some things sometimes. Like another thing I thought about when I was writing this song is like, you know, you want things, right? Everybody want things, you know what I mean? But you can't just tell the motherfucker how much like you want it. What you gotta do is kind of flip it. Like if you want it so much, well, the way that you're gonna get it is if they choose you, you know what I mean? So then you gotta kind of like let them choose you if you really want it, and like maybe not take some other things that are on your plate right there if you really want it, and let them decide for themselves. But if you the coolest dude and you just the motherfucker making them feel good, and then they are gonna choose you, and then you'll get what you want at the end of the day.
Alright, that's facts. So last but not least, do you have any upcoming projects or events that we should know about, and where can we find you on social media?
So, okay, so my IG, that's probably the best way to reach me, which is I am Ethan Spalding. It's like IAMETHAN, Spalding like the basketball, SPALDING. The upcoming show is July 22nd at Groove Lounge. I think it's gonna be on a rooftop, which is like dope. It's like, I think it's off U Street. And then upcoming project, well, so Gucci Cobain 3 just dropped, which, you know, Gucci Cobain is like, it's off that trap rock shit like Gucci, you know what I'm saying, from Gucci Mane and Kurt Cobain, kind of like the most rock, the most trap, kind of just blended together as a name, but it's actually like solo projects. It's not my band, it's not trap, it's just me like doing stuff, so it's more like hip hop stuff, trap shit, but that's out. And I'm gonna drop this 3-song project called On Jesus, which is gonna include the Sideways. And then I got a project coming out with Super Tripper, my boy, big shout out Super Tripper, called Brown Liquor Music. It's gonna come out. And also Authentic and I are doing Beef and Broccoli 2. And from a lot of people from back in the day, we did Beef and Broccoli 1. It was a really classic album. And so I think a lot of people are looking forward to that. and then also the band. So dropping Trap Rock 422 projects and singles. I'm just gonna keep dropping. You know what I mean? Another thing I want to point out is that I'm not holding back on putting out my music. I feel like you can go any day. So I got a lot of music in the vault, and right now I'm just kind of on the mode of like really putting everything out. So I'm gonna do a lot of videos, singles, projects, and I'm putting everything out.
All right. We'll definitely be on the lookout for that. So that's a wrap for Behind the Buzz at the Creator's Place. Please be sure to follow Ethan Spalding, For the People Records, and the Creative House DMV on Instagram. And thank you, Ethan, for spending time with us here at Behind the Buzz.
My guy.
All right.